Hello racers, welcome to today's video. In today's video we are going to take a look at the Spare Time Hobbies Mini-B Mini-T setup station version 2. Now Spare Time Hobbies is a small online shop and they sell all kinds of interesting things for your Losi Mini series of vehicles. They sell different motor mounts and different things like the setup station. I'll put a link to their website in the description below so you can go and check them out. The little setup station itself, $17, and it's a really good way to take the guesswork out of setting up your car. Let's just take a few minutes here and see what you get in the kit. First you get these 4 little gauges to help you set the car up. They go between 0 and 3 degrees to help set your camber. And you get these 2 stands to install on your car. Now the front one is this little flat-bottomed square one. It says 170 millimeter on the inside, and that means it's just a reminder that with these installed, that the distance between the 2 front plates will be 170 millimeters, approximately, depending on the slop in the car. You simply just install them over the place your wheels. So the front one is the flat-bottomed one. The rear one is the round one. And I did message the fellow at Spare Time Hobbies and asked him, why is the back one round and the front one is flat-bottomed? I thought maybe there might be a special test that he had in mind, or that it helped do some setup thing different. And he said that he just liked the idea that the back one was round. He thought it looked better and his logo stood out. So there was no real reason for that. So the prerequisites for setting up your car. 1, you need a flat surface to work from. I just used this little plastic board. Thought it would help the little stand show off a little better. The second thing, you need to have set your ride height. A lot of these little linkages have camber gain as the suspensions compress, so you need to set your ride height first and then use the setup station. And third thing you need the car with everything that you would have in it ready to race. So your battery, your motor, all electronics, because you want to have the weight and the ride height set right. Here, let's take a look and see how to use these little gauges. What you do is you take your little gauge, and if you want to use the gauge for the degree of camber that you want to set it to, and you simply just put it up against the wheel. Make sure it sits flat. And if it's not flat, you just use your little wrench and adjust it until you get your 2 degrees. My settings that I like to use are 2 degrees of rear camber, 1 degree of front. So I would use the little 1 degree against the front plate. I can see mine is a little bit more than 1 degree on this side, and it's a little bit more than 1 degree on the other side. So I would have to do some adjustment there to get that sorted out. And then the next thing, the reason why the front is a little different shape is so you can check for front toe. I'll just push this back a bit. So for front toe, you just measure across the front. I'll just measure across. Okay. So 175 across the front. And then you measure across the back. And for me, it looks like it's 175 across the back. So my car would have 0 toe. And in the write-up on the website, he said for about every 0.6 of a millimeter, that is 1 degree of toe. So if you wanted to have toe in, you make the rear wider than the front, And if you want toe out, you make the front wider than the rear. There are little indentations on the front to measure from if you're using a ruler. But for me, I just find that if I use my calipers across the plates, that it works for me. Like that type of idea. So that's what you get with the Spare Time Hobbies Mini-B setup station. You get the 4 little gauges, and you get the plates to measure your camber from. Well, they're very crisp plastic. They're 3D printed, but they are very good quality. They feel real strong, and he's made them out of very strong polymer. So that's how you use them. If you like this type of thing, click like. If you want to see more of these types of things, click subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments, put them in the comments below. We'll see you again in the next video.